Alright, so here we are, last video of the series on the Bruder Bulldozer. I believe this is video number 10. As you can see, it's fairly easy. This part is pretty easy when you buy the right stuff. This is the, I don't even know what the part number difference is. They were the same part number when I ordered them. But this one, according to the instructions, is different than the other one. But the only thing I can find different is it doesn't come with these pre-attached. So if you get this one, what you have to do is you have to wire them in as it shows. One is for, that's the ground, that's the hot, signal 1, signal 2. So one of these is hooked to that, one of these is hooked to that, and both are hooked to both of those ones. Now this is for motor 1 and motor 2, and then the main power in. They're pretty simple. The other one I have in the other dozer has 3 sets of wires coming out of it, and it's set up a little different. It's got some sort of flip switch, but that's set up for robots, and you don't really need to worry about that. It's kind of actually just an extra wire in a way. So we'll get this hooked up. First you need to get your power wires on. You just stick it in there and tighten down the screw. This part is really simple. But you do have to get your switches set in the correct spot, which for the application that we're using, let's make sure they're both the same. Alright, let's see. Close. Oh, almost dropped the screwdriver. Here, let's put this on the screen. So, the first 2 are up. First 2 are on. This one's on, this one's on. The next 3 are off. So that one needs to be off. 3 are off. And number 6 is on. Okay, so they're both set the same. I know this one's set and works correctly. So you will want your switches set like this. Number 1 and number 2 are in the up or on position. It says on right there. So 1 and 2 are on, 3, 4, and 5 are off, and 6 is on. That will have you set for, it'll have a LiPo shut off at I believe it's 3 volts per cell. I could be wrong. So now we will hook up the motor wires. Well, if you look at it, there's M1A. That's for motor wire A, and motor 1 wire A and motor 1 wire B. I put A for the main positive wire, and it's the same on the other side. So we'll get this hooked up. This part's pretty simple. Put those wires in where they go. I haven't had any trouble with the other Sabertooth controller I have. The only issue I had was I have to run one of these glitch capacitors, because the servo for the blade just kind of goes wild when you're moving, and that doesn't really work when you're trying to smooth something out. Okay, we're almost there. And these do not have a very powerful BEC, so if you're running more than just the one servo, you're going to want to put a BEC in it. Now I already drilled a little hole right there in the transmission housing, and I'm going to screw this saber-tooth controller to the speed control, or to the gearbox, to attach it, so it's not flopping around in there all the time. It keeps it a little neater. Okay, so speed control is wired and attached. So I have this set up for the older, the red, black, and white wire is signal 1 or signal 2, and the orange, red, and brown wire is signal 1. So signal 1 will be your throttle position for going forward and reverse, and signal 2 is for your steering. Get this receiver wired up. I'm using an AR8000. I only need 3 channels and this is 8, so it's a little overkill, and it's got this big old giant antenna on it that I don't need, that's probably going to be in the way. So I'm going to wrap that up around there and just kind of try to tuck it into itself so it's less in the way. So what I like to do, because I can never remember what stick controls what channel, turn the radio on. Go all the way to the bottom of the main menu, and you can see the monitor. I use this stick for driving it and this stick for the blade, so I can just leave it in position. I don't have to hold it where I want it to be, and this way I can just let go and it will stop. So for signal 1 wire, I'm going to use the elevator spot. So we'll take that and make sure it's facing the correct way. Plug that into the elevator spot. Now for the steering, I'm going to use the aileron spot. If I'm saying that right. I really have no idea. I don't know anything about airplanes. And then we'll use throttle for the blade. There it goes. And this antenna came loose again. Definitely need to get just a simple 4-channel receiver for this. This is too much. And then got to tuck that away down here. This one doesn't fit like my other one does because it's way too big. I can do it without that on there. It would fit up here. Kinda. Take this capacitor, shove it down here so it's not under the receiver. Take this antenna, it's totally unnecessary for this. Shove it down there. And before we put the top on it, we'll give it a little test. And I didn't bring my battery like I planned on. But it's right over here. So I'm pretty... Oh, kicked the tripod. I'm pretty sure that this receiver is already bound to this transmitter. Something's not right. It's not supposed to do that. What is going on? Alright, we're back. Figured it out. All is well. I still have some glitching issues, but So you want, if you get the controller that I have here, you must set it to what this picture shows here for radio control differential drive exponential. You need to have all these switches in the correct position or it'll go wild like it just did on me. So now that we've got that figured out, I've got to see what I can do about this glitching issue where when you're driving it just goes wild. I think that may be because I really have no idea. That's how it works. Still got to set our endpoints, which is all done on the radio. I don't know if I could show you, and all radios are different. So we'll see if I can get this set. Travel, throttle. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust where that is on the horn. Turn that down a little bit. It doesn't need to go all the way up. It looks pretty good, except for that. No, we can fix that right now. Might as well. We want full travel out of the blade, as far down as it will go. We'll pop that off of there. Lift this up, push that down all the way. Put that back on there. And then we'll have to crank that back up. Oh, it just came off. Oh well, we can do that again. Just having great luck with this video. It's going to be a long one. Get that put back down there. Servo horn put back on. Put the screw back on it before it pops off again. This one will dig down a little ways. The other one won't. Okay, now that we got that figured out, we can raise that up. Unplug this. Turn this off. Get it out of the way. And get all this stuff wedged back down in there where it was. Capacitor back down there. Had a great trail run today. Poker run. Rained the entire time. I need to move this capacitor to a different spot so it's not in the way. Oh yeah, there we go. That fits there nice. As I said a bunch of times before, you don't need a gigantic receiver like this. It's just what I had. Tried to save a little money by using what I've already got. There. And that is the dozer. I think I need to do some trimming. Oh, maybe not. Just wasn't all the way on. I keep going off screen. It hangs up in a little spot, but it's not too bad. Can live with that. So that's the Bruder Bulldozer build. Here, we'll even hook up the battery again. I gotta reverse servos. Reverse the... Yeah, I know. Controller warns me when the throttle's not all the way down, which doesn't matter. I need to figure out how I can turn that off. And before we do anything, go into the menu again, servo setup. We'll go to, what was it, the elevator? Yeah, it was the elevator I had. Need to change that travel down to about 75%. Sorry about this, I'm just getting some stuff set up. I've got to reverse that. I'm gonna reverse that too. That was the aileron. Okay. A little test drive for you. It's pretty simple. It's one of my favorite builds. That's why I built a second one. Well, there's two sitting here on the bench. This one's all dirty. So I hope you guys like this build series. If you haven't seen it already, there's a playlist that has all the videos on it. I should have added that into every video, but I didn't. So please like, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.